Hello, everyone. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Deku Had Split Personalities. So, the before we go jumping into it, and sorry, I know that the today's what if is it's supposed to be like a what if battles, but I decided to change it to here. So sorry about that. And, okay. And plus, I have like no true plans of it. How will I put this? Think about it as the like. So and plus, I already put up a poll for the who would win anyway. So yeah, make sure is this really yeah good. So yeah, so that's before we jumped into it. Before we jumped into this what if. That's why. Plus, so now we get it jumping right into it. So, the Zuko has so many personalities, I am not gonna label which ones. And his power, like his quirk is flaming webs. Yeah, it's basically a Spider-Man mixed with Endeavors. But it is like if someone else touches it, it catches on fire. Yeah. So, and plus he also has three powers. One is power of infinity, power of zero, and the power of the multiverse. The multiverse is giving him the like a lot of personalities. Like basically everyone who knows you there would be your friend, your coworker, anyone that you know would be or like their personalities are in Zuko. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. So, let's begin. And I'm also adding zooming to this header, so that's a little. So, yeah. And the reason why I add her instead of like just leave Zuko as is thing. The is because I wanted like one that's like could inherit one for all from All Might. I could have just let it. I could let it slide by just saying like Zuko who being born. That sounds yeah. So let's begin without wasting any more time. Let's go. Okay. Zuko and Zumi were born. Hearn. The and they had a lot of friends. Yeah, and Zuko had because of his three powers activated before, so he's like, but he doesn't show it. So at age 4, the his parents took him and his sister to the court doctor at age of 4. And the court doctor, let me go back up to where the court doctor is. Where is it? Oh, right here. Sorry. So, yeah. So so the court doctor looks at Zumi first and tells her that she has a quirk of basically the flame manipulation. And so then he turns over to Zuko Midoriya. And he tells him that he's quirkless. But he was lying to Zuko. To them. So his parents decided to abandon him. But he didn't feel abandoned because of his personality things. So he doesn't know who he is anymore. He tries everything. Or so he went to a forest, sat down, and crossed his legs and meditated. And then, as he's going through this mental breakdown, because of his personalities, so, yeah. So then, when our hunters were coming, to hunt some deer, as Zuko saw this, as he's like, deer. As he starts to pushing his limiter, as he transforms into a monster. That's just one of his personalities is a monster personality. As he roars so loud like a lion, if it was on a microphone, as he roars so loud that even the hunters ran away as they saw the monsters. As they all were panicking, as they spread rumors after they go back to town. This is what they're saying. There's a monster in the woods. We saw it together, and they're having them he's tougher than a normal monster. As All Might tries to find, or all the pro heroes went out for, yeah. So then the monster was still in the woods. As everybody, all the pro heroes, like All Might, or actually, let's say All Might, or this is not just the canon version. This is the Prime All Might. So he didn't get the wound on his side, so he didn't get injured. So, but he still passed one for all to Zumi during the time skip. So, yeah, so then the months, or so All Might, he comes in and looks around in the forest where the monster was first spotted, as the Izuku looks at him, um, and All Might looks at a monster in the cave, because he walked over. As they see its big one, as a monster looks at them, as he's ready to attack. As he roars so loudly that even all the quirks that were in the hearing range of the quirk users, like 13 Endeavors, Eraserheads, and like every pro hero went and but his roar was a different kind of roar, as he roars so loud that even he shuts off everyone's quirk. With that single roar. Like, basically, it turns off 13's quirk, Endeavor's quirk, everybody's quirk. Like, straight up permanently. Yeah. It's opposite to Endeavor, or to the, not Endeavor, to Eraserhead. And as he grabs All Might by the throat, slams him into the side of a building. As he's scared of the as her night eyes could not see what will happen. But the only person that does know what will happen is, yeah. So his split personalities are converging, like basically fusing. Yeah. As the roar pushed even everybody. So everybody was bleeding, like, man, this guy's tough. This monster's tougher than he looks. As before the monster kills All Might, he grabs the side of a head of his own. As he grabs All Might, tosses him, as what's going on with him? As half of his face, he tells me to, or he tells them that he needs to or they need to kill him to be put out of his misery before he, as he transforms again into a different monster, as yeah, as everyone, yeah, as, yeah, they're all afraid of, that's why pro heroes ran away. Hey, hey, as they're trying to find a solution. If this kid, or if this monster, or if this kid is suffering from something, we need to help him. In any means necessary. But we need to find the, what's his name, and all that stuff. So, a time skip to 15. And, yeah. During the time skip, he did meet, or actually, when he went back to human form, he went and found him trying to save a girl, but he missed a rock. But then Zuko, runs faster than a normal human, and he grabs, how far can you reach? As the guy says, hint, and trust me, as he grabs him and pulls out him and the little girl that fell into the river. You're welcome. Yours, you're a mutant, right? Your quirk allows you to become a mutant? Yeah. How did you know? You should be lucky to have it. Because I'm quirkless, so... But I could tell by a person... So they became friends, and ever since. Because he was like, don't mess with my friend. As he looks at the citizens that were that have pitchforks and like using their quirks. But then he's like, you're all mutants to my eyes. As he looks at them, what do you see? As he tells the citizens, what do you see? You see his outsides, but inside he's still human, like the rest of us. But why are you home? All home. As he said, why are you all be like this. You treat your... How do you feel if someone treats all of you as the mutant? Get away from here! Get away! Oh, come here, I'll beat you up. Boom, boom. Yeah. So then the citizen ended up realizing, oh wait, this kid's... How do you know this is the human? As Izuku says, many people tried. And so yeah. So then he leaves into the forest as one of the guys, or he says, don't go into a forest. There's a big monster in there that thing. Yeah, he's a patient. What do you mean? As he's wondering, what do you mean? See, compared to you, he is a little bit different. He's suffering from a split personality. Like, you have one personality. Imagine having to live in a... Like, imagine yourself living with everyone's personalities inside your body. As the citizens are like, wait, so you know this creature? Yes. He's suffering from... Because he was born with a rarest power. Have you ever heard of multiverse? And everybody's like, wait, so you know? So... And, yeah. So, yeah, now a time skip. So, during the days past, the Zuko grabs a tree. Like, let's say it was December, and he puts, like, a tree as one of the personalities, because in the multiverse, or no, let me rephrase that. Because he has the multiverse powers, he could gain, like, everyone else's quirk or powers. Basically, he created a gift for himself. Like, so he sat down, or he laid down, take his nap, because he's kind of blaming himself. Oh. So, yeah. He goes out to, like, not to hunt, but he goes pick some pine cones things. And because pine cones to him is like scrubbies. Basically for his body. Yeah. Okay. Hold on 1 second. And no. So yeah. How long has this video been? Okay, 20. Okay, so Zuko. So pine cones to him is like scrubbies, and yeah. the so he uses like a lake, Hanks, or waterfalls as one to take a bath. As he's using the water power to like make a bubble so that no one can see him naked. And and yeah. I said naked. Like naked and afraid. So don't worry. So basically, so now Zuko got some fresh clothes on because he's suffering from it. And what he means by he means that he's referring to the original self. So, Zuko, I could have just ended right here, right now. But I'm going to drag it out just a little bit more. Or a lot more. So, yeah, let's do a time skip all the way to All Might versus All for One. And as the yeah. So, Zuko, who battles against All for One. So, All Might was down, but not out. As All for One about to shoot a beam of light. But before he did, he tells the All for One told All Might that that monster that's in the woods, I know who he is. He's Izuku Midoriya. He's suffering from split personalities of his power. The multiverse. Hurts. But before that, when, let's say Bakugo was captured, and of course, Shraki-sen tells them, have you run into him yet? No, we haven't. Well, but, yeah, so, as Bakugo wakes up before, and he's wondering who is he as Zuko's, or as the Bakugo who thinks. Do they mean the monster in the woods? Let's ask him. So then, good, you're awake. Now, have you ever made contact with the monster? That monster? What monster you're talking about, first of all? What did you mean by he? Well, the monster that we're talking about is, you know him as Izuku Midoriya. Deku, as Bakugo says. What in the heck do you mean? Oh. My apologies for not explaining this as well. See, your friend that you used to know is long gone. Hun. Have you ever felt as Izuku's, or as name? Hold on, give me a minute to find. Oh no, it was MHA. Rocky-san. Okay. So, I'm trying to find a good image. So, yeah. So, Shiraki-sen says, your friend. Have you ever noticed that your friend always stumbled upon words of, instead of saying I or we, or no, instead of I or me, but instead it's we, like W-E, you who were talking to an empty shell full of different personalities of not his own. See, you're just a bait for him. For him to get lured into our trap. Or should I say, they. Get lured into our trap. Because imagine how much power we would obtain turning him or turning his powers onto the world. Just imagine how powerful that world is. And don't worry. After we're done, he'll be back to his original self, dead and gone. I'm just so, yeah. So basically, so then before Shiraki-sen even like got done with what he said, All Might breaks in, they battle like normally, and of course, there's and All for One was like telling All Might that he should have told, or he should have known, but now it would be a lot better for him to like die and all that stuff. As he shoots a beam of light, as All Might was like, as a shadowy figure pops up with wings spanning across its entire body. And yes, I'm referring to this one. Izuku had many personalities. This is what. So as he absorbs the attack through his green eye, he just zoop, done. So All for One is surprised, but not out of like, you must be Izuku Midoriya, aren't you? As it talks Yes, we are Zuko Midoriya. You're you're pretty powerful. Oh. As they see, because Zuko's height, like because he was 15 at this point, and he is way bigger than Mountain Lady's transformation. But somehow he uses his power to make him look smaller than a just like what you see on your screen. So Monster says, you're the only one that doesn't see that much power. So hold on just 1 second. Sorry about that. So yeah. So Zuko was basically is pretty powerful. So yeah. As Zuko did as his friend Bakugo. Here, let's do shock faces. As they could not believe, Bakugo Trace cannot believe that Zuko, who's a monster, as he remembers what Shiraki-sen said, the person that he used to know was just a empty shell with so many personalities. As everybody was, yeah. Where is it? Trying to find where everyone. Trying to find. Yeah, so. So everyone was afraid. I'm trying to find where. And even his presence getting near him is like. It scares everyone. As he says, Zuko, can't believe that you were just a action of yourself. What caused it? As Zuko looks over with one of his heads, or with his main head, looks at Bakugo. Or actually, the ghost form. It's not your fault. Oh. Kasuke, Bakugo, or Kanchan. The and my power of the multiverse has manifested before her. So then but no matter who I am, I'll always be your friend, no matter what. As Bakugo looks at him, we will stop Bakugo, or we will stop All For One from. Izuku grabs All For One, and that's in his. All For One was in his prime. Him. So he gets slammed right into the ground as he says, and we aren't just a normal person. We are Zuku's. As he shows his true powers, I am not just. As his jaws unhinged, like a snake or spider. It opens up, shoots a webbing around All For One's body, like a cocoon owned him. As All For One touched the webbing, and it caught on fire. It's burning him to smoldering ashes. Or there was nothing left after Izuku was done. Izuku is the monster. And Izuku walks over to Bakugo as he knocks out the villains. As he picks up Bakugo gently. As he picks up, or he walks back over to All Might. He went around All Might, picks up debris, and picks up the citizen. As he flies, he flew all the way back to Bakugo's house. As Izuku waves at him, saying goodbyes, as he flies back into the forest. Yeah. So, and Izuku also used her quirk thing. He uses her quirk so he flies a little bit more smoothly. Yeah. So then he lands with wing. So the next day, Zumi shows up with Bakugo to Class 1A. And, of course, the students, this would be their real mission. As Mr. Ozawa says, "All right, class. Your first mission." Okay, hold on. Please wait for part 2 to be filmed. So,